Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I thought I'd go through the video where Don retraced his steps and just kind of slow down different parts, zoom in, and just kind of check out the area and situation more in depth. See if we find anything interesting. So I'm trying to make out what that says right there on there. It looks like somebody sprayed like a word or two with spray paint, but I can't make out what it's saying. It's like came something. What do you guys think it says?
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the bottom of the dog trail where it comes out onto Ben Hill Road. I don't know why, but anyway, this creek is down here. You see the water through there, it goes out through there. The ridge, let's see. But anyways, it's right here. It starts and goes up along the side of the ridge, goes up to the top, almost to our back door. Okay, so on my way home that day, I knew that they were searching at the top of our hill for summer, and I knew my best bet was to drive straight to the bottom of our property. So up here where this house is on the left is our road. I passed it straight. This is all our property here to the left. All this, our house is up there on top. So all this is our property. So I turn straight away in here. Creek here, down this hill right here. I seen my boys. Straight away over there, all three of them were together. And I looked over to my left over this way, I seen my neighbor over there. And that's when I knew something was very, very wrong. several times, screamed for summer. No, of course, no reply. And old. Not in blind there. You see where the tree surface, I'm gonna be up. Anyway. You can see where the tree service gets cleared. All this out. All the way, both ways for power lines. Okay. All the way up to that house up there. But anyway, so turn around. And then at that time, I don't know if I looked in this little shack here, it used to be the horses. I framed it in a little bit. I was going to try to utilize it, but I never used it. Inside this shed here, there's just a bunch of junk. Whatever, a lawnmower, wind's blowed the roof off. Just a bunch of junk. So this time I drove to the top of our house. I guess I'll go ahead and film that. Chris said this hill was real bad. I had to use 4-wheel drive. I use my 2-wheel drive truck up this hill all the time. Thank you. this side. I've been through this road a few times before. There's actually an old dirt road and stuff that landslides on over, but basically that mountain goes across that side. But it's been covered up by the landslide, but it could have been logged or we don't know. They say it's a fire tower, but what it is old green and red light that turned, and that's how they got to Tri-Cities Airport back before radio communications was real good. Something like that. I'm sure that anything I think of, or anything the public has thought of, TBI has already thought of it many times. But there's something we're missing because we still haven't found it. It's almost next to impossible to even walk through some of this stuff.
Okay, so now we're going to go through the video where Chris goes and checks out the property and the house and stuff and talks to Candus. So we're going to go through that the same way that we went through Don's video.
You know, I have much more respect for what you're telling me by standing here, and I got my little camera here, so. But I'm looking at this terrain, and I'm going, holy cow, she could have even. There's a million possibilities here down there, and there's the road down there.
Yeah, that's the road. That's my mom's house.
Okay.
Like literally.
And this right here.
Usually you can see the road because they have went through here and mowed
Okay.
and took down a bunch of stuff away from the power lines.
Okay.
But usually it's full up, you can't even see the road.
That day though, how was it? Was it full up,
They
or was
actually,
it like
that day and a few days prior to that, they were working on this.
Okay.
So
And
I've even come to a conclusion maybe one of them people have snatched it.
Oh, interesting.
Because they were all the way up here on
Yeah,
the property.
I see those, the path down there. I see
Yeah.
the tracks down there.
Yep.
You're over there.
And they were all the way up here to my light pole.
Okay. And you told TBI all this,
I
right?
told TVI this, yes.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, I can see the cars going by. That is not far from your property. Is there a holler down there? I mean, is there a river of some sort?
The creek runs all the way around the property.
And how deep is the creek? Okay, just so it's like an inch,
Yeah.
inch or two. Okay,
You'd be lucky to get wet enough to do anything.
okay. All right, so let's pick it up from where, and I'm going to just use this little one. Is that okay? Okay, so from where when you got home, now she's
My
leaning.
mom's truck parks here.
Okay, your mom's truck's right here. Okay, so when she's leaning against the milk. Is she
Yes.
sleeping?
She was sleeping, yes.
Okay, from exhaustion from that day.
Yes, she was. Where I woke her up early and she usually sleeps until 9, 10, even 12 o'clock if I let her.
Okay. How did the milk bottles get rearranged? Hunter said he had them on the floor and then he put them next to him.
They weren't.
Is that
No.
Okay, so walk me through that.
When we dropped them off, they were actually still on his lap.
Okay.
And he put them on the other side of the stomach.
Okay. So he reached over?
Yeah, he set them over there by that. What's a black tote she had in there?
Okay.
And I just want to point out, there's a red tote right there, kind of like the tote we see in the back of Grandis's car on that video and picture on Summer's last picture/video clip when she's sleeping on the milk.
Was there, where's that tote at?
I think actually my mom's got it still in her truck. It's got a bunch of cracks and stuff in it.
Okay, got it. And now from when you pulled up, did she just fall asleep next to that?
She fell asleep, I'd say maybe 5 minutes on the road.
Okay, got it. And then, so walk me through, you get home, you take the groceries inside, is Don home by the way?
No, he's
Okay,
not.
okay.
Actually, I parked the truck and I opened both doors. It's really hard with this lawnmower is. But I opened the doors up and I shook her and I said, wake up, we're at home. She jumped right up.
Okay.
Like nothing. I unbuckled her and I said, come on. I said, Mom, I'll be right back. Went in there and got the boys and they were sitting at the table. And I said, come on, let's get the groceries out. And we brought them all in the house, went through them all, did all that.
And this is that's her
That's
swing.
her swing right there.
Come show me her swing. Why is this, and who's this?
That is Smoking Boots. That's my boy's cat.
And how many dogs do you have here on the property? About?
Honestly, I don't know because people just keep dropping them off.
Hi. I know. Okay. Sorry. So this is her swing.
That's her swing.
This is her playground.
Yep.
And she loved this area. Boy, you know, I'm looking at this, and this terrain, Candus, just strikes me as being so dense and just. Is that what they say, the dog trail? Where's this dog trail thing? That
I'm not sure, honestly.
there's so many of them.
The dogs go in every different.
Yeah, I saw the dogs came out of the woods as we were pulling up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do that all the time.
Okay.
That trail right there, my boys, they ride those dirt bikes that are leaning against the truck over there.
Okay.
You can see there's one of them.
Okay.
And then
Those are like 50 cc's, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one ain't. I think it's only like 25, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, they go down that trail with their dirt bikes and they come back up on the road, up on the driveway and go around and stuff.
What was it about this swing that is just so important for her?
She liked it. She just liked to swing. All the kids did.
Now, I don't want to talk about the boys right now because I know that's, you know, a tough another part of your heart, okay? Yeah. And that's none of my business. Right. I'm not here for any, you know what I mean? I'm not here to judge anybody, right? I'm here to talk about Summer and help you find Summer, okay? And help anybody.
So this feature of the editor like picks up faces, you know, and how crazy that it picks up a face right beside Candus there. I could see why it kind of did. It has, look, it could be the two eyes, the nose, and I don't know. It's just kind of freaky though that it did that. Just wanted to point that out. All right, let's continue.
Help find her, okay, that messaging. Okay, so you go into the house.
Go in the house.
Can I follow you in, or do you comfortable with that? Huh? And is this they're gonna attack me?
No.
Oh, I was just I'm teasing. The dog's gonna attack me. So this is the scaffolding you're talking about.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Okay, so she comes up, jumps up, goes right in.
Yep.
Okay. How many cats? You know what? You should have like a zoo license. You know, I've seen all kinds of critters, which is good. Okay, where's Summer's bed?
Oh, it's in the basement.
Got it. Okay. So, what happens when she comes in? The boys are playing where? Okay.
And they're actually sitting right here at the table watching TV.
Okay, so they're at the table watching TV. Okay.
We're all locked in. Nobody can get in. Nobody can get out.
Okay. Now who's this all up here?
That's my little sister that's missing.
Oh, that's Rose.
That's Rose.
Oh, wow. Wow, and who's the guy?
That's her ex-husband.
Wow. Do you think he had anything to do with that? Okay, yeah, we don't want to go there.
Can't say.
How's your mom deal with that?
It's difficult.
Yeah, I know. You know I know, right? So, okay, watching TV, where's Summer?
Summer, she was. With me.
Okay, so walk me through that.
Alright, well, we walked up in here, we got Jonesy, Wine, and Whale, and the boys.
Right. You put the groceries down, right?
Yeah, well, we went back out and then brought the groceries and put them down. She went took her stuff to her house, put her stuff away.
Okay,
And then, of course, me and Summer went back over, put our stuff away.
okay. You went back in.
Yeah, me and Summer went back in the house. And then we were just doing normal stuff
Okay.
around the house like we normally do. And I come out, Mom was sitting there at the time I come out, and I was standing here.
Okay.
I was like, what are you doing? What are you staring at? She's like, these plants, I gotta get them transplanted. I was like, whoa, Summer will help us, so I went back in. By that time, she was sitting on the floor playing with her toys.
Right here?
No, in the kitchen where we were just at.
Okay.
She was actually sitting on the floor playing with the toys at that time. I said, Summer, you want to help plant flowers? And she jumped up, left her toys, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah,
And we walked
that's
over
what kids do. It's their job.
Alright.
Okay? Get,
Walked over here and we transplanted these cactuses from the little pots that they were in. We transplanted these ones here into this bigger pot and that one into that bigger pot. And then she took the rocks that we've gotten from different gem mines when we went up to Gatlinburg and stuff.
okay.
And she's the one that spreading all the rocks around in here. And then she put her puppies in here. She wanted to chase them, you know.
Okay.
That was cool.
Where are those puppies now?
What do you?
Oh, the little puppies,
the
so
little,
ruined.
yeah, these little.
Oh, yeah, those little guys. Oh, that's Paw Patrol.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the police one.
Yep, that's Chase. He's always on the case.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I see another one over here.
She put them in there. Yep, you're on the cactus.
Okay. Don't take those out, okay?
No, I leave them right there.
I know.
And then we went in my mom's room. We can't get in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Went
So
in
we
there.
went in there and got some candy and stuff. She gets some grandma.
Okay.
And I said, well, I'm going to go back over to the house. She wanted to go back, so I figured I'd go back, you know.
Okay.
And I brought her, I literally walked over to here. I literally walked right in here where I can see the boys sitting on the kitchen table.
Got him.
And I watched her walk in there, and afterwards, when she was already in there, I walked over, I said, why? And he looked at me and I said, watch Cynthia, I'll be right back. And that's when I walked back over to my mom's,
Okay.
and I was fixing her brace and stuff like that, and I said, well, Mom, I gotta go back over to the kids. And that's when I come back up into the house
Okay.
with the boys.
Okay.
Okay.
You walked into the house.
I walked into here. Get up. I walked in here and them three were sitting right here, bro, with their eyes glued to the TV. And I said, boys, where's your sister at? Well, she just went downstairs, Mom, to play. So I went over here like this. So this is where the stairs are.
Okay.
It's actually down under there.
Oh, down into her
Down into
bedroom.
our bedroom and then hers is on the other side.
Oh, okay, in the basement.
Yeah, in the basement.
Well, this makes sense now, see?
And then I yelled, I said, Summer, Summer. And she didn't, and I listened for a minute, I didn't hear nothing. So I went like this, because this is how I would be down here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you know.
Do I gotta be tiny to get in there?
No, you should.
Can we come in from the other side?
Well, we can, but it make more sense if you went this way.
Okay, I'll follow you. Oh man, good grief,
No, I know
girl.
if my 6 foot husband can fit down here, you can.
Huh?
My husband's 6 foot, I know if he can fit, you can.
This? Oh my gosh. Way to go.
This is my husband's room.
Okay.
And over here, well, it's a
Okay, so are these bunk beds? I didn't notice them the first time I watched it. So they got 2 sets of bunk beds, I guess, right? If they are bunk beds, because they have the set upstairs, and then they have these 2. So, just thought I'd point it out because I didn't notice it before. So I just wanted to show ya.
That's alright.
But this is where Summer and Little Waylon was.
Here's another shot of the bunk beds.
Because Waylon's only 9.
Okay.
And they stayed down here. And these are all her toys, all her Paw Patrol,
All her movies. She got a movie about the
The
Savior.
boys I brought back down here after she went missing because I didn't want them upstairs by themselves.
Okay. And this is all her toys.
All her toys, all these toys that are down here are dang, they're all hers. Except for like the Trunks and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the game system. That's the boys'.
Okay.
But them are all her toys.
And she's really into Paw Patrol. I see it.
Yeah, I've been collecting from day one. And these are all her little companies that we have bought. And these are them girls that she likes. Them new fashion, I don't know what they are, little princesses or whatever. She's like all kind of, here's one of them bracelets.
Oh, that's just one of them what do they call these? Oh, this is a little pony bracelets.
Yeah, I don't know what they were really called. But she liked them, and so I just, every time I go to the garage sale, I'd buy her what she wanted.
Okay.
You know?
This is, I understand her now.
Yeah.
Even better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is really important.
We have to come down and I searched, I looked up underneath the beds under there. Well, they can't really get on, I can't get under there.
Yeah.
But I looked under there, looked under every blanket I could possibly look under.
Yep.
And then I come over here, and I looked on one side and see underwear. And I don't remember, I don't recall if this was locked or not. I
Okay.
don't recall that.
Okay.
But I know, but I know I did come out there and said, Summer, because sometimes she'll sit right here and just sit here and play, just for, you know. And usually when she comes out and she goes directly that way up to the swing.
Oh, okay, so this is like her,
Yeah, she
when
just
she
walks.
come running out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see the path here.
Right to the swing.
Right, you can see where she could have run right up to
and this is
here.
all the further she would go. She wouldn't leave.
Okay.
She wouldn't go nowhere else.
Okay. I want to go around this side. What is this blue thing here?
Oh, that was we were putting trash in it,
Okay.
and we didn't have a trash can at the time, but he stopped running.
Oh wow.
I don't watch this.
Okay, I'm gonna film around this side. Now walk me through, what's this little,
Oh, that right there?
little cave thing there?
That's not really a cave. Actually, we built this addition, me and Donnie and my kids.
Oh, okay.
And we left this part open because the dog, at the time we did have little puppies. These dogs were little puppies.
Uh-huh.
And we let them go under there. They would run in and out of the bricks over there. There's actually 7 pups up under there now.
Okay.
And it's always been open like that. Well, you can see it now because then you can see all normal dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
That's what they do.
And they're kind of a Jack Russell. They got a little Jack Russell in it.
Yeah, actually, the gentleman that lives over there in the other channel across the creek actually has the mama to that dog there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I look for the money, I spend it on the kids.
Yeah, this is her, Now what's this little shed over here?
Oh, that one there?
Yeah,
That's where Donnie keeps all his kids.
got it. Hey, can I go look?
You
No?
can go look, but it's a mess.
No? Okay, no, it's okay. Okay, that's fine.
Nothing in there.
Yeah, no worries. I don't want to get in.
I don't want to get hurt.
Well, and you know, and I don't want other people to.
I don't let my kids in there either.
Yeah. No
It's
problem.
not a place for
I totally respect that. That's not an issue, but I think this is interesting because this is, you can really clearly see where she runs on this path down here.
It's like a pretty prettiest house in the world, but
Huh?
I said it's not the most beautiful house.
You know what? It's a house.
It's a
You know what? You know, God forbid, you know, anybody judge you for having a bad house. You know, I mean, it is what it is. At least you're putting food on the table and trying to do your best. I saw. And then this is over here. This is where you do your fire for the kids. Is that an old generator?
Yeah.
Does it work? No, did it at some point?
It worked like over 14, 15 years ago, way before I was here.
Old school bus, you can turn that into a camper?
That was my mom's plan. I literally actually rode that bus when I was a little kid.
Whenever I see a school bus, I always ask that question.
I did.
Okay, tell me about it.
Me and my mom and Summer and the two boys, not Josie, he went north, but Wyatt and Waylon rode up to north to get that from my mom's friend's house. And I drove the truck and she drove the school bus back.
That's awesome. This is rough terrain. Let's go look at the, tell me about this area over here.
This is just pretty much scrap now, really.
And do you trade the scrap metal in for cash? Sometimes, no?
No, it just sits there.
And this is Mom's trailer right
This
here?
is my mom's camper.
Okay. And these are the flowers
Yeah.
with her little buddies. Oh, get a good picture of that. Her paw patrol. This is so sweet. These are Summer's little toys there. There's one there. Then there's this guy right here. Then this is Casey on the case. Yeah. I love it.
Space on the case, on the dog.
And you have obviously somebody made you a cool shirt. I want to show everybody that shirt again. That Mom that road down behind the property. Back there you can see so Miss Candus's while I'm out here, is there anything that you feel is important that you'd want to tell the world that I haven't asked you, that you want to let them know?
Not really, just hope that everybody that's looking for her, that we can find her and bring her home safely.
Okay.
She was very precious to me.
Okay. And the authorities are working hard on this.
That's from what I understand, yes.
Okay. And, you know, we're going to let them do their job.
Yes, sir.
Right?
That's right.
And you're cooperating, obviously.
Yep,
Okay.
100%.
Okay. And now there is a rumor about these polygraph tests. Clear that up.
All right, the first one that I took, and I didn't really take it because they kind of threw me in the back of the squad car, so I was really upset. And, you know, just I was crying my eyes out.
Okay.
And so when I got up there to the courthouse, we tried to do it, but I couldn't do it.
Okay.
So we waited a few days, and then I went back and I did it, and I passed it.
Okay.
So that was that.
Okay. And then what about the rumors of this relationship situation with Hunter?
Are you crazy? I got a husband and 4 kids
Okay.
that I love to death.
Okay. Okay.
To me, Hunter was another one of my kids.
Okay.
That's how I felt about any kid.
Okay. Now, when I was on the phone with you yesterday briefly, you said he got the story out of order.
Yeah.
Okay. But it sounded like he was kind of telling the truth there.
He was kind of telling the truth, but the way he was telling where we went and how we did it was all twisted up.
What's different that you want to clear up?
Well, because when we left from the emergency room, we went straight to the smoke shop, and that's when I got the cigarettes and stuff like that there. And then we stopped at the hippie house, and I got those cheap vapes because they're cheap there. And then we went and put my mom's prescription in, and then we went to Warriors. And then we come back to Walgreens, got mom's prescription, went to Sonic, then to Prices, then to his house.
Okay.
And that's exactly...
That's the order. Okay. So he had it different in from what you remember.
Right.
Okay. So
Not what I remember is how it was.
Okay, because you're driving.
That's the truth.
Yeah, you're driving.
I knew where I was going.
Okay. And what about, he said that he asked you for the tea and that you gave him a tea.
Yeah, or nothing.
Okay, I'm just...
He asked me for a Mountain Dew.
Okay.
I got him a Mountain Dew.
Okay, where did the orange crush come from on the seat with Summer?
That was my mom. She was drinking that and ended up on the wall.
And what about the candy on the seat?
That candy's been in.
Okay, okay. And what about the pillow?
The pillow, what pillow?
Oh, she's sitting on a pillow.
Oh, Mom gets mad because the kids get in their wet bathing suit and stuff, so I just put a pillow underneath her so Mom wasn't complaining.
Got it. Okay, okay. Good. So there is a time frame here between this trailer and that house within, you said 2 to 10 minutes maybe?
No, 2 to 5.
2 to 5. And then she goes in and now she's gone.
No.
What do you think happened? Where would a suspect have been, in your opinion, in this?
My opinion?
Yeah, in this area.
They could have been sitting anyway. They could have been sitting over here, just off the little edge right here. Or where the bus is, that little bushy area right there, they could have been sitting
Right out here?
Yeah. And
Okay, come show me.
What's up?
That's all right.
And I just recently found out that there was like, I guess these child molesters
Okay.
that live like literally 8 minutes from my house. He can literally walk from his house into my house
Okay.
in 8 minutes.
Okay.
And like that was the area right there. You can't really tell if anybody's crouched down there or anything.
What do the authorities think?
I don't know what they think. I really don't.
Okay. Yeah. I love this swing. This is summer.